So congratulations.
Thank you.
This is the big time here.
Yeah.
What has this experience been like?
Oh, it's been awesome. It's really just getting paid to make your friends laugh and have them make you laugh, and it's been awesome. It's been a great experience.
What was life on the set like?
It was a constant day of, actually every day you went in knowing that you were hoping that you were going to laugh and make your friends laugh, and it was a really improvisational feel to everything. Zucker's really open to that. His whole style is to try to make things seem as fresh and spontaneous as possible, and he does that by rewriting scenes like that day, and just before we'd actually go in front of the camera, he would be creating new dialogue, and you really never knew exactly what your lines were going to be. So like, I'd say maybe a week into filming, I realized it was kind of pointless to try to memorize any lines because they weren't going to be the lines I'd be ending up using. And so it was cool. It was, I mean, at times it seemed like it was kind of a crazy, goofy atmosphere, but only in the movie itself. I mean, in the acting. I mean, it was a totally well-organized group of people, but the stuff that we did was just totally ridiculous.
So it wasn't sheer mayhem on the set every day?
No.
So lines would be written, you said that there would be a lot of improvisation going on. Mm-hmm. So you'd get there, you're on the set. Would you just sort of do things, and then they would, he'd be like, that's great, let's do that, change lines, and it would be that kind of thing?
Trey and Matt especially, they were able to do that. I just felt fortunate as hell to be a part of the whole thing, and just lucky to be in a Zucker movie that I didn't really try that way, and I wish I would have, because the atmosphere certainly called for that kind of thing. It would have been okay to contribute some stuff, but Trey and Matt, absolutely, they were constantly working things out and trying things and hashing them out with the writers and testing things like seconds before we go on film. Trey would come up with an idea, or Matt would come up with an idea, and they would test it out and then try it and do it on film. And
the hospital scene, I was just dying the whole time. Was there a lot of that going on in that scene, a lot of that stuff that just sort of came about there?
Yeah, actually, well, the thing is with that one, that was actually one of the most... visually, they had to have things work just right, because like there's a scene where Trey pulls the old man off of the bed and goes flying through the air, and it's actually, as crazy as it all looks, it was all really well choreographed, and that was actually one of the more difficult scenes. It really took a long time to set that stuff up.
Have you always been a fan of Zucker?
Oh,
Airplane?
Yeah, I mean, with Airplane, and then when I saw Kentucky Fried Movie, which he did like 21 years ago, it's, I mean, the guy is just like a master of the non sequitur kind of humor.
So you've always, remember it being,
Yeah, he was somebody that I dreamed to work with someday, and so this is...
So were you at all nervous being on that set?
I was. To begin with, I started off just because I didn't really know exactly what to expect. But I've really found that I kind of feel most comfortable when I'm actually acting and I can hide behind a character and do it. And that was actually, it was weird. After like 11 weeks on this film, I just like went into some serious withdrawal. And I was really wishing that I was back doing something. And I kind of realized that I'm kind of stuck because it's like the only thing that really makes me really happy is acting, so I need to keep pursuing that.
And having Trey and Matt there, was that even all the more better, having...
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's always great to be surrounded by friends when you're working.
And how far do you guys go back?
I met both of them at the University of Colorado in Boulder. I met Trey the spring of '90 in a beginning-level acting class. And we just kind of all synced up humor-wise. We realized we kind of had the same sense of humor and enjoyed working together and maintained our friendship throughout.
Ever dreamed then that you'd end up with this kind of stuff on the big screen someday?
Yeah, certainly. I certainly dreamed of it, but I didn't know if it would actually come to fruition. Yeah, so this is a dream come true. It is, yeah. I definitely had aspirations to work with him professionally.
And your relationship in the movie, did some of that come from a little bit of a relationship, kind of, or is that not
really?
True?
The thing is, we all three enjoy giving each other a hard time and pushing each other's buttons and getting a reaction out of each other, but nothing to the extent that's displayed in this movie.
Well, great. You did a great job.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you.